guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Sanskriti. I make a variety of videos from fashion, beauty, DIY, lifestyle. I make so many different kind of videos. So I'm sure that if you stick around, you will find a niche on my channel that you love to watch. So I really hope you decide to subscribe and choose to like this video. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to make your own Milkmaid top. As you might know already, Instagram is flooding with this top. Every single person's account that I open has at least one post wearing this Milkmaid top. So I thought, why not take it upon myself and teach you guys how to make it. Let's get started with the tutorial. So to make this top, all you need is some fabric. I'm using 1 meter of satin fabric, a pair of scissors, a scale, mine is broken but I make do, a measuring tape, of course your sewing machine and pins, a pen or pencil, whatever you want to use to mark on the fabric, and of course the pattern. The one in frame is only a rough pattern. The actual pattern with the measurements and everything is available in the description down below. Once you have downloaded the pattern, cut the fabric according to your measurements, just like I'm doing in frame. I'm using a heat erasable friction pen to do so. You can also use a fabric chalk or a pencil, whatever you're comfortable with. If for some reason you are unable to download the pattern, or if you have some queries, please feel free to DM me on Instagram. Here is how the pattern looks like after it's been cut. I've just added 2 extra loops to be on the safe side in case I mess any up. We are starting at the very top by stitching the top strap. So hold the fabric right sides together and stitch in a straight line. I'm stitching as close to the fold as possible since I'm going to be using a loop turner to turn it around. In case you don't have a loop turner and you'll be using a safety pin, make sure that the gap is wide enough for your safety pin to pass through. So for those of you using a safety pin, here is the way to do it. Just push the safety pin through one side of the fabric and put the head of the safety pin inside the hole or gap that we've stitched. So what you want to do is keep pushing your safety pin inside the fabric while with your other hand you're pulling at the fabric. So eventually what happens is your safety pin goes further and further towards the other side or towards the right side of the fabric, and eventually it will turn. This takes a lot of time, that's for sure, but it's important to get the perfect thin straps. Once you're done, here's what your strap may look like. Make sure to iron it before you move on. Once that's done, repeat the exact same steps with the bottom straps as well as the loops. Next, we're going to stitch the waistband. So again, fold the fabric right sides together exactly in half. Stitch a straight line almost all the way towards the end. Once you reach the end, just close off the seam as is shown in the frame. So basically we're doing an L-shaped stitch. Now we have to turn this towards the right side out. This is what it looks like once you flipped it over to the right side. Make sure to iron this. Now to stitch the main fabric or the main piece, I'm just folding the top portion towards the wrong side a bit and stitching a straight line all the way across. Repeat this for the bottom part of the fabric as well. For both the sides of the front piece, we're going to do a double fold and stitch instead of a single fold. Just fold the fabric over 2 times and stitch a straight line on both the sides. Next, fold the top part once again. We are going to be creating a burrow sort of for the top strap to lie in. So keep your stitch length on the highest possible on your machine, and also make sure you do not backstitch on either of the sides. Once that's done, pull on either one of the 2 strands that you have, and this is the effect you'll get. It's a ruched or gathered effect. Keep pulling, but just on one of the 2 strands until you reach the middle. Whenever you feel like the thread is not moving anymore, just push your fabric towards the middle and repeat this process. Do this on either sides of the fabric till eventually your fabric is gathered enough to fit over your bust. Once you think you've gathered enough, just measure it on yourself once to see if it's going to be covering your bust properly or not. Now it is time to pass the top strap through the gathered burrow that we have created. So I'm just using my safety pin to clip one end and I'm putting it through the hole that we have made. So once again, you're going to keep pushing your safety pin towards the inside of the fabric while using your other hand to pull on the fabric. So essentially what this is doing is the top strap is passing through the fabric and eventually it will come out from the other side as is being seen in the frame. Double fold your strap and do a straight stitch so that the fabric does not fray. Remember to do this for all the straps and even the loops later on that we're going to be stitching. You can also do this by hand if you'd like. Now it is time to attach the waistband to the main fabric. Since the waistband is bigger, make sure you're leaving enough fabric on either sides to attach the loops and back straps later on. So what I'm doing is pinning the right sides of the fabric together as I'm showing in frame, and we're going to do a straight stitch all across. Here's how it looks once it's pinned. This step is really important in order to make sure that your waistband is equal and it's straight all across. So make sure your stitches are as straight as they possibly can be. Double fold and stitch the one side of the waistband that we had left open. Once that's done, attach the back strap to the top and attach 2 loops at the bottom and at the center. Do this on the other side as well. Guess what? That was the last step, and here is your finished Milkmaid top. So anyway, that is all that I have for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial. If you did, make sure to press the thumbs up button and do subscribe to my channel. I am trying to upload once every week. Filming YouTube videos isn't as easy as people think, so sometimes I miss uploads by a week or 2, but I try to be as consistent as I possibly can, and I hope you choose to stick around. Anyway, see you next time.